Brand new baby in the mix. I don't know how much she weighs yet, but we're there. Hello, everyone. Today is a glorious day. You can do it. That's what we're talking about today. When you feel as though you are at your lowest, when you've got nothing else you can give, or nothing else you can say, nothing else you can do, when you're right there in that moment, we stop. We just stop right there. And we inhale and we exhale. And you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. Because when the body begins to relax, now you can say to it, we have what it takes to get past this point. And a beautiful thing happens. You'll get a burst of energy. It may not be a giant burst of energy, but you'll get a burst of energy. Whether that is physical energy where you actually have to complete a task, or it is emotional, or you need an idea. Whatever the situation is, if ever you feel like you are just, I just cannot, I don't have it in me. The reason why you stop is because you take your attention away from where you are, because you know where you are right there in that moment. You know that, I can't. So you take your attention away from that because we're using polarity. And we say, okay, I'm here. And that's where I want to be. I have no energy, and I need some. I must complete this task. And when you stop there and you redirect yourself, when you redirect yourself, you get actual energy to do it. But if we stop and we complain, if we stop and we cry about it, listen, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with complaining about it or crying about it. Because that's part of the acknowledgement. But once you are finished acknowledging where you are, put your attention on where you want to be. Because that is when the forward momentum begins. This is how we bolster ourselves. If ever you find yourself that you're down there and you're like, it doesn't matter where you're down there with or what you're down there doing. What matters is, where do you want to be? And so when you start and you say, okay, you're going from no energy to energy, as soon as you make the distinction, the energy happens. You actually will feel it in your body. There's this acupuncture point, stomach 36 on the leg. When on the next live stream, I'll show you guys how to do that. But you pound it. It's called 3 more miles, funny enough. You sit there and you stimulate that point for a couple of minutes. And the body physically has energy. And you can go 3 more miles. I always found that to be very interesting. Because you're physically doing something. This internet, I tell you, drives me mega crazy. You work there. Anyhow, when you are struggling with any situation, know that you have it in the palm of your hands. Oh, it seems outside of you. It sure does. Is it a court case? Is it a bill collector, or whatever it may be? Know that you have it in the palm of your hand and you can make it through it. Once you know that, well, how can you know for sure that you're going to be successful? Because night follows day. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Of course it does. The law of rhythm is ever in your face. It is always in your face. The very fact that you can swing between two emotions, polarity, is in your face. Correspondence is in your face as well. As above, so below, as within, so without. So you know those things are there and they're indisputable. You can't argue them away at all because you can see them and you know that they're there. Those laws are your reminder that you can do just about anything you put your mind to. When you say, listen, this is why when I say just about, I mean as long as it pertains to you. You can do this because it's only ever about you. It's not about George. It's not about Bob. It's not about Susie. Yeah, but you don't know how they treat me. It has nothing to do with them. So long as you use polarity and you say, hey, I am here right now, you can do it. You can do it, and you have been doing it. Whether good, bad, or indifferent, you've been doing it. So let us be reminded today that we can do these things. Oh, but nobody likes me. Well, that's where you are now. Where do you want to be instead? Well, you don't know how long I've been struggling. That's where you are now. Where do you want to be instead? And when you turn your attention to where you want to be and where you want to go, the steps for you to take emerge. And I will tell it to you every day until you start doing it and seeing it for yourself. The mere fact that you're here in this space right now is a testament to ebb and flow, rhythm, sleep, awake. You are a testament to it. So then, how can you not do something? You most certainly can. You most certainly can. This is why sometimes when you see the time that we take, when I tell you not to complain, I'm not saying not to complain because, oh no, you think I don't want to complain most of the time? We all do it. But when you begin to put it into perspective, instead of complaining, use it as a space to acknowledge. You say, oh God, I'm right here. I am right here. And I want to be over there. What step can I take next to get me over there? And it takes one action, 2 actions, 3 actions, 4, and then you're over there. But you can't see your way forward if you're blinded by the very act of complaining. It is a different vibration. Every single sensation in your body originates by way of a thought. And each thought has its own vibration. It actually moves. It moves. That is law. And so the solution can't move at the same rate as the problem. So if you're only looking at the problem, you're only going to be bringing and activating. Remember, rubbing your feet on the carpet. That's the problem. And you keep rubbing. Well, then more problems begin to emerge. Oh, it seems a general thing to say. But because you know your individual situations, apply just that one simple thing. Even though you might not feel like you can do it. Remember what that body feels like when you say, I can't. Your body will confirm it for you that you can't. Because it feels It's telling you, I agree. So now, when you turn your attention towards where you want to go, the body begins to relax a little bit. And now you tell it, okay, look, we're going to go over here. And the more you turn it to go over there, the sensation in your body changes to match where you want to go. This is why I tell you every day you can do these things. Yeah, but you're not living my life. No, but I am living. And we do all encounter situations. We encounter them all. But you're never stuck in any one of them. And when you start to see the results of you and your vibrational efforts, as I've mentioned before, your confidence increases. Your sense of self, your surety of self increases. You know how good it feels to be sure? You know what it feels like because you've felt sure of something before. You've felt certain of something before. But sometimes what do? We're busy hoping. Oh, I really want this to work. I really want this to work. You know how you feel like, let me make it to the gas station. That's hoping. But what do you know for sure? There are many things you know. There are 7 things you know for sure. And if you know those things for sure, all things are governed by those sure things. And that's how you position yourself. That's how you align yourself on a daily basis through any situation. And sooner rather than later, if you stay in that alignment, you'll notice that the spikes, the major ups and the major lows begin to peter out, where you're not swinging to and fro, but you're going through on a level basis. Yes, your successes are great, but the failures, well, they're not so huge. Where now you just go through the day of, oh, that's right, I did want that, didn't I? And here it is, I have it. So the distance between not having and having, you end up with having more. All because you take the time to acknowledge where you are and then decide where you want to be. It causes you to be honest with yourself without judgment. So you can do it today. You most certainly can. But I need more. Then you create it. That's what you say. You simply are recognizing, oh snap, I do need that. And you write it on your grocery list. You know how you do it. And then you create it. How do you create it? Recognizing where you are and then where you want to be. And then that next step emerges along that bridge and you go the places you need to go because you'll hear it or you'll see it. You'll just know. Go here. Call this person or that person calls you. You ever had a conversation where someone says, I was meaning to call you 2 or 3 days ago? That means they heard the directive and for some reason either doubted it or got overwhelmed with whatever else they were doing and delayed the process. Well, we do it. Sometimes it's helpful to just, when you know, because you feel it in your body. It is a sense of peace that comes over you. It just does. And once it comes over you, you're like, oh, that's right. I got to call this person. I'll go here. I'll do that. And all those doorways that seemed to have been closed prior open up. This is what happens. So today, be reminded of that. You can do it because you are doing it. There is no one withholding anything from you. There's nobody withholding anything from you. Not so long as you know the 7 principles. They can't withhold anything from you. You see, because it is a matter of perspective. If you think someone has the power to withhold things from you and hold you back, then you've just given them the authority to do so. That's what you've done. You've given away your sovereignty. But the good news is you can always take it back. What does it mean to take back your sovereignty? It means that you look at yourself and you say, I can do these things. I can better my life. You see, I don't like that habit I do. I can change it. I don't like how they treat me. I can change that habit because I know that that thing is going on. That effect exists because of some hidden cause within me. You see, and when we hear that, sometimes we think, what, you're saying I'm to blame? When you hear the word blame, this is your fault. Yeah, you see how your body feels right there when you hear that? A vile feeling, isn't it? It's not a good feeling. That's because we're so quick to blame. Stop blaming. Assess, don't blame. If you are in a situation and you can look at it and say, oh, how am I? See, this is why you've got to be able to discern when you're passing by a vibration and when you're interacting with a vibration. If you're passing by and they're acting a fool, will you engage? Or will you go past that? But you've got to know that you can do it. There's not everything that requires an engagement. Because if you engage, then the first thing we say is, how did I bring that on myself? Because you consented to entanglement. You saw the vibration because you saw them acting a fool and you decided, I got time today. And you disrupted your inner peace just so you could have time today. Choose what you will make time for. Not every single vibration requires you to entangle with it. Or you can see it. You can see it. And you can see it from a distance. Ooh. And then you say, okay, I see why they're behaving that way. And I see why I'm moving past that. I trust that these things make a little bit of sense. Let's take a quick moment to acknowledge the people in the space. Twitter, Shea Butter, Meep. Is that you? I come freely. It sure is. It is good to see you. I have not said your name in quite some time. It's good to see you. Much love to you, Twitter. Toyera, Burnt Skill, My Melanin, Summer Rose, Zola, Miss McQueen, L, Yolanda, I see y'all. Oh, there's more. Sketch, Miss Ravioli, and Malik. I see you here in fan base as well. Oh, who's here on YouTube today? The Better Man, Cyber, Sinovia, Walter, Long Live Eminon, Anot, Wealthy Supreme, David, Sonia. I see you all. Thank you all for being here. Cyber says he was writing something on his grocery list the moment I use the example. And he says it, or she says it, blue is mine. Because we're always doing it. The Better Man says, well, I am proof that after applying the law, it gives you what you want. No one has the power to hold you back. And if you don't know the Better Man's testimony, we'll do another testimony, but he got his house. He applied the law. It was simply the alignment. You were aligned with it, thus it is yours. So he now has 100% proof. I can't come and take that away from him to tell him, well, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, because you know what he can say to me? Angela, based upon the evidence, I can do it. That's why I tell you every day, apply the law to any situation. But better yet, apply the law to your life, and then it becomes a lifestyle. So that we stop moving from situation to situation to situation. A lifestyle. Living by way of law is a lifestyle. And that's what we're doing every day. We apply it and we practice it. Because when it becomes autopilot, you don't have to think about it anymore. You just live that way because that is already the way that we are living. There's something that causes us to behave the way we do, and it is a habit. And until we recognize that habit, we continue to live in a particular fashion. This is why, you see, generational. Your mommy taught it to you, her mommy taught it to her, her mother taught it to her. And it just came down the line, 20 years at a time. Generation is 20 years. And then we end up all doing the same thing. And then we say, oh, it's a generational curse. Alas, it is not. It is a generational habit. Think about what a curse entails. Right? Generational habits. So if you've noticed that you've come out of an ancestral line where you say, well, nobody in my family's ever been to college. Nobody in my family's ever gone above a certain level. That's great. But you know it doesn't have to be you. You no longer have to continue doing the same hidden habit. Because the minute you say, well, nobody's ever done that, now you know what the hidden habit is. And you can say, oh, so that's where we're at right now? Well, I want to be over here under the umbrella of accomplishment. Well, what do you want to accomplish? Name it. And the minute you name it, you know somebody's voice is going to come up in the back of your head and says, well, nobody in the family's ever done any such thing. Who do you think you are? Because that's usually how it works. Especially when you tell somebody in that same family, well, here's what I want to accomplish. And because they haven't accomplished it, as within, so without, they can only tell you what they have not accomplished. And you end up hearing things like, well, you're never going to do it. This is why sometimes the art of discernment is beautiful, knowing when to speak and when to be silent. Hush. And just acknowledge where you are and decide where you want to be. Because you know what accomplishment feels like. You've seen it or you've experienced it. And you bring up that sensation in your body of accomplishment and you say, look, this is the feeling I want to experience. Because anytime you've ever tried to do something, your body responded with, well, nobody's ever done it, so neither will you. It has that feeling. But now you've got to give your body a new feeling. No, I will accomplish these things. This is what accomplishment feels like. Because the thought in your mind and the sensation in your body has to confirm, they have to confirm each other. Because that's how you know you're going in the right direction. When it feels peaceful to you, you're walking towards what you want to accomplish. But if there's conflict, meaning the thought and the body don't match, your body says, oh, I don't know. You might not get there today. Your body says that to you. Then you know that you're going in the opposite direction, away from your accomplishment. And that is how you auto-correct yourself. So, remember today, I can do it because I have been doing it. How do you know you've been doing it? Look back at your life. Anytime you can catch yourself and say, I did it again. Why me? Well, then you've been doing it. You've been using the law, just unknowingly. But now that you know the law, you can use it knowingly. So you see, you can do it because you've already been doing it. Oh, don't be scared. What do you have to be afraid of? Oh, the unknown, Angela. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Really? What does causation tell you? The law of causation tells you if you know the cause, you can predict the effect. But so does the law of correspondence. It tells you whatever seed you plant is the fruit you shall reap. As within, so without. As above, so below. So tell me again, you don't know how it's going to turn out. You say to yourself, well, I'm here now because I have not accomplished this thing, and I want to be over there as having accomplished it. And so long as I continue moving towards it, how do you move towards it? I will give you the analogy again of punctuality. If you say you're always late, pot calling the kettle black. Well, if you say you're always late, but you'd like to be on time, set your alarm. That is your first. Well, it's your second step. Third even, because you know where you are. You're late. You want to be on time. Then change the alarm. And when you change it, get up when it goes off. And you stay focused. Do all your ablutions. You brush your teeth, you clean your face, you shower, you get dressed. And you look at your clock and you go, oh, who's on time today? And you get up the following time and you do it all over again. This is how you will begin to develop the lifestyle of being punctual. Would I want to eat better? Okay, well, when you write your grocery list, cyber, you put all the things on the list that are healthy choices. But pay attention to not deprive yourself of something, just get it in a smaller quantity. That way, you can have it. And over time, the way the body feels by ingesting healthier foods, the desire for cravings begin to diminish. Allow them to diminish naturally instead of just cutting them out of your diet. Diet means what you eat, not the fad. So you don't cut everything out. You just shrink. Everything in moderation. Key lime pie, hello, that's my tasty treat. I get a slice, or I get the mini ones, where I can just eat a mini one. But you will notice that the longer you stay with the healthy attitude of, oh, my list is there and all the healthy choices I have in my house right now for me, and I have treats, the desire for treats will diminish on its own. And then what happens to you? You get up every day and you make the same choice. Oh, look at that. I developed a lifestyle of healthy eating. And then you say, oh, well, I'd like to move my body more. I'm going to go to the gym. And you go to the gym every day, the same time, and you do the same duration. So if you're there for an hour, doesn't matter what you do in that hour. You walk, you bench press. Doesn't matter. Spend the hour. The body begins to feel how? Energized. You can move with ease. And then what happens? You develop a lifestyle of health. Not just with your thoughts, but with your food and your exercise. But you get up and you do the same thing over and over and over again. The habit created the lifestyle. Because that is what you want. I trust that this makes sense to you today. Because it is a beautiful thing, because you can do it, because you've already been doing it. Zenobia, I know, right? The little mini key lime pies are absolutely. Oh, they are. But you see, we're so quick to punish ourselves. Oh, I'm going to just cut that right out. There's certain things that are required to be cut right out. And some things need to be weaned from. But discernment will teach you. But again, nothing is more powerful than the decision to change. Because that's where it begins. Nothing is more powerful than the decision to change. Neville Goddard sums it up beautifully. He says, the desire to change must be stronger than the desire to remain the same. And this is how some people go cold turkey. Because the desire to change is so much stronger. It strongly polarizes them in the direction that they want to go in. And they don't look back. Because the connection to the old way has been severed. You and I, we have that capability. We have it. So be bold and use it. Be bold and use it. So you see, the next time you want to sit there and tell yourself, oh, but I cannot. Here's something. When you begin to apply the law in your daily life and you begin to see the changes that are happening, it's not just happening on the outside. David said he stopped smoking cold turkey and he never looked back. Queen Morant? She's the other one. Yes, so did she. I saw this image yesterday. The image was of two neurons. Like you can actually see them. It kind of gives you the creepy crawlies in a little bit because they're moving. And they made a new pathway. So this person learned something new. Right? They learned something new. And these two neurons just started to come together and they made a new pathway. So then I tell you, right, that you are changing your life with every decision that you choose. The neurons in your brain, we call it fancy neuroplasty, but it's correspondence. As within, so without. You form a new pathway in the brain, you behave differently on the outside. Causation. Because you chose something new to learn, your brain responded in kind. But you can't see it. You just think, oh, I quit cold turkey. But no, something happened. There was a rewiring in your brain. A new neural pathway showed up. And this is why when we want to create a change, we must persist. Because if you don't, the neural pathway cannot form. And we just stop and say, why is it taking so long? Because it takes time to form the neural pathway. As soon as you decide, they start to move. It is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I thought to myself, wow, this is amazing. If only people could see it as it was happening. But now you know that it is happening. You will be inspired to continue going forward with your change because it works in the opposite direction. You keep doing the same thing every time and complaining about it. That pathway now becomes more and more solidified. And so now you've got to stay in the groove of it. You stay in the rut of it. Habit. A habit is a new neural pathway that you just created in your brain. So you see, even though you can't see the change right away, you need to know that it is happening. Because in order for you to do the new thing on the outside, something new must have happened on the inside. As within, so without. It is law. It is the law. I want you to ponder that today. You think the cells in your body aren't changing? Of course they are. When you recognize what you're capable of doing, you're literally charging up your cells. Those little itty bitty powerhouses in your body. And the more you charge them up, the brighter they get. Not figuratively, but literally. This is what influences your aura. That some people have the ability to see. I think we all do. It's just we haven't practiced seeing them. But it is law. And science, when they show you these things, what is science doing? I'm not talking about foolish science. I'm actually talking about science. It is showing you the law. This is why when I tell you the sensation in your body is going to confirm the thought in your mind, this is what I'm saying to you. Something is physiologically happening inside your body. It's happening above in your brain. And so the body is below. It has to be the same. So when you say, but my life doesn't really matter. When you say that, what do you think is happening in your brain? But if you start to say things like, oh, you know what? I don't like the way I feel. I don't like the way I do that. And you don't judge yourself. But you say, okay, I'm here and I want to be there. Oh, right there and then, neuroplasty begins to happen. A new pathway is being made in your brain. And all you have to do is to persist in the new behavior. I bet you won't persist the same way ever again. You won't start and stop, will you? You'll continue until what? That new neural pathway has been laid down and you become, what did Neville Goddard tell you? You become a new man. This is why you can't put new wine in old wineskins. Once the new neural pathway has been set down, you have to do the new behavior that matches it. You can't go back and do the old. It's not possible for you to do it anymore. So today, be encouraged to know that even though you cannot see it, your body, being a beautiful feedback mechanism, will tell you. As within, so without. As above, so below. Your body must confirm the thought. And if they don't, it is the mind. Go there first. Why would you always want to go to the mind first? Because the all is mind. And the universe is a what now? Mental creation. The all creates by way of thought. We create by way of thought also. It is always the thought. You cannot break the mirror to change the outward appearance. You must change the mindset. Change the mindset. Change where the mind has been set. Change the perspective of the mind. Because I can tell you anywhere, because I'm human just like you, somewhere along the line you heard something that disrupted your mindset. Somewhere you heard it, you experienced it. And thereby now you live under that umbrella of that disruption. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're dumb. Oh, see how you live your life? From under that umbrella. But you don't have to stay under that umbrella. Change what you now tell yourself, because you have the power to do it. You do. You have the power to change it because you can, because you've already been doing it. And that is what I will tell you on such a beautiful day today. Be encouraged to know it. You know it. You don't believe it, you know it. They are not the same. To believe and to know. When you know, you no longer need to believe. Well, how so? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how small that child is. They know that they have to go to sleep. They know it. They know. You know also. You know rhythm, rest, and activity. So you always start with what you know, and it is those 7 things we know. Mentalism, the all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. Correspondence as within, so without, as above, so below. Vibration. Everything vibrates. Everything moves. Polarity between 2 poles, a swing to and fro, creating a rhythm, an ebb and a flow. Every cause has its effect, and every effect its cause. Gender, a projection of the will, masculine. Giving life, giving form, feminine. Those are the 7 things we know for sure. We know them. We don't believe them, we know them. Always start with what you know when you're ready to make your change. I see you all here. Ah, beautiful Cleonita. I see you. So be encouraged this morning, my beautiful friends, that you can do it because you have been doing it. Continue. So long as it is in the direction that you actually want to go in, continue with it. And the changes happen inside of you first, and the action follows suit. Because it is confirmation. So your actions will always tell you and give you the opportunity to decide, are you happy with that? Or are you dissatisfied with that? And then you make your decision based upon those 2 things there. This is what we do on a daily basis. So remember always that the change you are making inside of you goes way deeper than you think it does. We're talking cellular level. This is why, as I said, the body will always confirm the thought. And if you find that the thought and the body are in conflict, go with the thought first. Because it is a mental creation you're doing. You never have to fight. Align. Don't fight. Align. Anywho, that's what I wanted to tell you on this glorious Friday. I look forward to catching up with you all again. I do. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3. Yoda Burger, Jeff, Benji, I'm glad you found your glasses. Shay, Butter, and Meep here on Twitter. I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Always remember you can slide into my DMs if you've got questions, my beautiful friends. I love you all. 3, 2, 1. Much love, Twitter. Much love. Thank you all for being here. Twitter is closed. Fanbase, I see y'all too. Thank you for being here on a lovely day as such. I now have a free hand, I do believe. So that would be Born Cipher, Nadia, Joy, Malik, Miss Ravioli Sketch, Toya, Burnt Skill, My Melon, Summer Rose, Zola, Miss McQueen, Ella, and Yolanda. Thank you all for being here on such a beautiful day. It is truly appreciated. Remember to go forth and know that you can do it because you have been doing it. And you know the law for certain. Oh, yes, you do. Wherever season you're in, that's the law of rhythm. Night and day, rhythm. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about when I say rhythm. We call her Aunt Flo. Right? Rhythm. That is the law of rhythm. And you see, rhythm brings you peace of mind because you know what is happening. So the law is ever before you. Nothing you have to go seeking out. Open your eyes. It's right there. So go forth and you can do it because you already are. I love you all. Thank you. Much love. Fan base is closed. YouTube. Just you and I. It's just us. Look at that. I'm just going to pop into the chat on my iPad because then I can communicate with you guys in there too. I trust that what I have said over and over and over to you today makes sense and it has become easier for you to apply. I just... Oh, Queen Onika, I'm seeing it now. She says I make her day every day when you catch a live. Y'all make my day too when you show up for the live. Right? And I just had another. Because I said to myself yesterday, I said, you know what? I want to be able to say what needs to be said so that when they hear it, the light goes on and they do it and they see the change in their lives right away. I said that. I said it yesterday, and here I am today, experiencing it. You see, somebody asked the question, how do you stop thinking in terms of big or small? There isn't a big or small. There's a, where are you right now? Where are you right now? It has nothing to do with big or small. Where are you? As long as it matters to you, that's what's important. It's not a, oh, but it's only a cup of coffee. That is irrelevant. Size is irrelevant. What matters is it important to you? That's what gives it its power. Not whether it's big or small, but because we've learned to give things more importance than other things, then we get stuck there. Oh, but that's not really important to pursue right now. Is it important to you? Then that's what matters. Music. I see you. Everybody's path is slightly different because we've all lived through different things. So the way we view the world and the way we use our skills, they're going to be different. But make no bones about it. Use what you have. Use what you have. That's why I tell you every day. It seems like I tell you the same thing every day, but this is how we learn, isn't it? By repetition. And the more you hear it, and the more you practice, you begin to see it for yourself. This is the importance of knowing that you can do it. There's no big or small. Every blade of grass has its function. every petal on the flower. Well, I don't know, that flower that smells like death. Whew. I don't know where the importance of that one is, but it's there because it's here. Mozinga says, also, I noticed how you can use stuff you see even if you don't know the full story behind it. Example, you want to enter a relationship, but be mad every time you see a couple. Yes! Yes! You can't be upset when you see a couple, because what are you training your body to do? You are training your body to reject relationships because of the sensation that you feel in your body. If you want to be in a relationship and you see a couple walking down the street and the first thing that happens to your body is, ugh, look at that. How did she get him? How did he get her? Ugh. If that's the first sensation in your body, then that is how you feel about relationships. And you will not have one or have one of good quality. But if now you see a couple and you say, oh, wow, they're so cute together. They're so sweet. My teeth hurt. They're so sweet. Right? If you do that, now what are you telling your body? You're saying to your body, this is how I feel about relationships. Now, what do you think is going to happen the longer you keep that sensation in your body about relationships? Surprise! You get one. And not just anyone. You get an awesome relationship. Why? Because you look at them and you say, wow, they look amazing together. And you begin to recognize, wow, he listens to her, she listens to him. They're so in tune with one another. All those things that you begin to recognize that are beautiful. Even if you recognize something that you don't like in the relationship, you say, oh, well, you know what? That's not going to be in mine. And then you put the way you want it to be, you put it in yours. And your body now, because you're forming a new neural pathway when it comes to relationships, your body begins to say, oh, that's what you like? Well, let me help you out. And now you have done what? You've changed the vibration regarding relationships. And all of a sudden, you're walking down the street and somebody smiles at you real big and pretty, and you're like, oh, hello. Or you're like Donovan in the grocery store. And you say, good morning, Hyacinth. You become bold when you see the other person. Or you blush. You see, it is the beauty of what we have. And when you recognize the beauty of what you have within you, you will stop judging. Yes. The jealousy that you feel if you gaze upon a relationship, that is confirmation in your body as to how you feel about relationships. It is pure raw energy. But now, where do you want to polarize that energy? What direction do you want to polarize it in? Do you want to polarize that energy around the fact that you love itself? Well, look at how many couples can I see today? How many couples can I see today? And every time you see the couples begin to have this sensation of, oh my God, they're so cute. I mean, the more you have that sensation based upon the couples you see, you are now creating a new neural pathway regarding relationships. That's what you're doing. And when you do it, y'all, it feels so good, doesn't it? And then the next thing you know, you're in my DMs telling me, girl, I met somebody. And it's like, we know each other already. And I will have to pretend that I didn't see it coming. And I'll say, oh, no way, really? Because what am I going to tell you? Well, that is causation, isn't it? That's correspondence, isn't it? You changed you on the inside, and then voila, on the outside, I can't tell you that. So I have to go along and say, oh, really? I'm so happy for you. I already knew that was going to happen. but I will throw confetti for you anyway. You see what I'm telling you? You have this in you. You do. And it is such a beautiful thing. Oh, but Angela, I'm not ready for a relationship. Well, then get ready. How do you get ready? By seeing them and being happy about them and being happy for the people in them. Do you know why? Because you are training your body. You're getting your body ready for the relationship. Hello? You hear what I'm saying to you? So that I can start throwing confetti. That's what I want for you. That's why you don't get jealous. That's why you don't covet, but you get ready. That's what you're doing. Let me see the comments. Okay, Frame. Hey, welcome and thank you for your generous contribution today. Mosing, you cracking me up. That's exactly what the confetti means. It means I'm celebrating right here with you. But you become a prophet when you use the law, don't you? When you know the cause, you can predict the effect. Yeah. Hello, people. Hello. That's what you do. So when you slide into my DMs, the first thing I do is laugh and I say, do I say it is law? Or do I celebrate with them? I celebrate with you, but it is law. It is law. Always, it is law. You go about your day and you're like, oh my God, what a coincidence. Do I tell you it is law? Or do I say, oh, really? So I just throw confetti until you begin to throw your own confetti because you recognize what you've done. How are things going to surprise you? Nothing surprises you because it is law. Oh my goodness, you clutch your pearls. You know, Mosenga, that's true. I do. I crack me up. It's because the law is so beautiful. It truly, truly is. And when you begin to see it for yourself, how can you not laugh? How can you not bust a move? Why would you? Because you saw what you did. And because you saw what you did, look, you got two options. You can laugh or you can cry, whichever way the spirit moves you. But you saw what you did, so celebrate. Celebrate good things good. Yeah, celebrate. But that's it. You're meant to use your talent. You have to use them. They are the arrows in your quiver. And you have them. You have many talents. Many. So today, be encouraged to know that you can do it because you have been doing it. You have been. Look at how fired up you are now to get out there and go, ooh, you rub your hands together and you go, ooh, where can I use the law today? And you become excited. You're not just excited on the outside, but your cells within your body have become excited as well. That's why you can physically feel the vibration change. I'm reading it here, Mozinga. You laughed so hard yesterday because you had anticipated the conversation before it happened. So when it happened, you were just cracking up the whole time. You see? You can predict what is happening here. So begin to live this way. Know why you're living this way. When you begin to see the pleasure that arises from using the law, you think you'll walk around, ho, ho. You think you'll walk around like that? No, you're going to walk around like George Jefferson. Yes, you will. You'll walk around like him. You know how he walks, yeah? I said it and you saw it in your mind the way he walks. With a pep in your step. And you see that? When you walk around like that, it's called joy. It's called joy. And where did it come from? Deep within you. And you didn't have to fake it. You see, joy comes when you recognize what you are doing when you use the law. I want to say, can I get an amen? Queen Marat, yes, honey, you go and you enjoy the beautiful weekend with your wee ones and have fun with the law. Have fun with it, y'all. Think about how much fun creating is. Think about it. Instead of, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, how can I use the law today to make it happen? Two separate things. And then when somebody comes along and says, oh my God, you're so happy all the time. Because they don't understand joy yet. Because they haven't tasted joy yet. But you have tasted joy. And when you taste that joy, you smack your finger. Bon appetit, huh? This is what you say. That's what the Lord does. That is what the law does to you. So I encourage you. I love it, Mozinga, in thought and in deed. Yes. So today be encouraged to know you can do it because you are already doing it. And go forth and with some measure of excitement. Because you're not faking excitement. The excitement comes from the fact that, oh my God, I know the law and I know how to use it. What can I create? And you know how you know what to create? When you want it. When you have a desire. That's how you know what you want to create. Preaching to the choir today. I'm all fired up myself, but hey, it is a good thing. It is a beautiful thing. It is. So go forth and be. Be. I love you all. And I thank you for being here on such a lovely Friday. I can't wait to see pictures of the baby. Yep. Can't wait. It's exciting. So there. I love you all. You know you can slide into my DMs. And there's many things coming up. Check the community tab. And I've got some posts to make, some shorts to make. So many things to do. So little time. Got to audition for some books. I actually have to record 3 of them. Yikes. But I think my voice is finally back to what it was. And I'm no longer congested and I can do these things. So. Oh, Singer. Oh, I'm seeing your comments here. Oh. Oh, you dropped some art in the WhatsApp? Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I don't have my phone. It's on my night table. I'm going to check it out. Hey. What? I'm looking forward to that. See? This is what we do, peoples. Share in the joy. And I look forward to seeing y'all's again Monday. Yes, Mozinga. I'm a firecracker. Somebody called me that a long time ago. I don't remember who did. But somebody did say, oh, yeah, such a firecracker. And I'm like, I don't know. But I understand. I do. I love you all, and I look forward to hearing and seeing and experiencing your testimonies, because it is a testament of what you have done for yourselves in this world. It is beautiful. Much love.